Hello everyone, how are you today? Gosh, it's been a beautiful day. The sun has been shining, there's not a breath in the air, and it's been lovely and warm. So I hope you are enjoying some lovely weather where you are. Well, I haven't forgotten about the reference journal, so I thought I would catch up with a quick little, well, I don't know how quick it's going to be, but a little episode, which is envelope 5, which we're going to put into our reference journal that we are busy building. Just to remind you, very quickly, we've done number 1, we've done number 2, we've got number 3 here, we have number 4, and we are going to stick number 5 in behind this one here. All right, so if you're wanting to follow along with any of the episodes that I have already done, I will leave the playlist link in the description box just below the video. And the way that you find the description box is by, if you're on a phone, you'll see a little V just below the video. Click on that and a whole lot of information will drop down there. If you're on your computer, it'll say show more, and you click on there and you should be able to see everything. Obviously, if you're watching your television, you won't have a description box. All right, so let's go and have a look at what I'm going to show you and what we're going to accomplish today. All right, so this is envelope 5 that I did before. I did have one of these, so I wanted to show you what we're going to do, just using different kits and a little bit of a different take on it. So I did use toilet roll cores, and you know I do love using those. I have had quite a few people, when I put up a previous toilet roll core tutorial, questioning things about germs or microbes. The best way to tackle that is to really take your toilet roll cores, either spray them with an antibacterial like Dettol or whatever you use. That kills everything just about completely. The other options that you can do is put them in the microwave and microwave them for a minute, or you can actually use your steam iron and steam iron them, which is going to help with the flattening as well. All right, so that's just a little bit. I have done that already. Mine are all sanitized, so I'm quite happy to use them. And I like to give them a spray with the anti-bac anyway, because the slight dampness, when you do want to either iron them flat or roller them, once they dry, it helps with the flattening. So a great way to get that all done. All right, so that aside, I have stuck toilet rolls on the front here of this little project, and each one has a little tag inside there. So we've got a tag there and over here. Then what I did was, I have got, it's like a 3-fold envelope, tri-fold. So you open it up and then you've got a nice middle panel which has a lovely tag in the back there. We have another little envelope over here which I've decorated up. This was with wallpaper, and then you turn it onto, sorry, wrong way, the other way, and you've got a lovely image here, little pad of paper. I'll show you how to do that. And then the last section over here is the back page with another little pretty area. Now you can change this up however you like, but I'm going to show you how to put this together today. All right, now the way you'd use that, this flap here is for you to stick it on a page in your journal. Let me see if I have one here. Just grab this one. So you could stick that flap like that. You could always put another piece of paper over that just to cover the flap, and then you've got a trifold that could go into your journal, or you could just you know, you could trim that off there. You could give that as a gift or as like a mini journal to somebody as well. Lovely Mother's Day gift that won't take too long. Many uses there. It could also look really pretty on the front cover of a journal as well. All right, so just some ideas. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put that aside, and I'm going to show you how we are going to tackle all of this right now. So what you'll need is 3 toilet roll cores like that. You can quite welcome to use kitchen roll cores, or you can use cereal boxes. You don't have to use toilet roll cores if that offends you. All right, so I'm going to use 3 of those. Those are all ready to go. I have flattened these. I have steam ironed them, but you can run them through your die cut machine. You can put them under a lot of heavy books overnight. Sometimes I just put them underneath my sewing machine as well if I want to flatten them, so that works as well. All right, you need 3 envelopes that are the same size. It doesn't have to be the exact size of my envelopes. You can change those up, but I will tell you these are 4.5 inches by 6.5 inches. You could also make these envelopes on an envelope maker from We Are Memory Keepers as well. But if you don't, you know, you can trim other envelopes down if that also helps. All right, so that's what we're going to use today. Now in centimeters, I think we are looking at 11.5 by 16.5 centimeters. All right, so that's what you're going to need here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put these envelopes together. So what I'm going to do there is I'm going to just quickly slide them into each other. So we're going to have one, they are the flap type envelopes, like this. You could use any kinds because really we are going to cover them. So anything would work. This is easier though because of the tags. Right, so let's have a look at how we're going to put this together. Open up the flaps like this. I just stuck them onto the edge like that. You can slide these in as well like that. It's up to you, but I just kept it simple. I'm going to take one of my glues here, so I'm going to use the art glitter glue, and I'm going to just stick that onto that flap there. Now my word of advice is don't go too right onto the fold. You want this to lie flat, so just take it a hair's breadth away from the edge when you're gluing it down. So I'm going to just put some glue on here right now onto this flap really quickly, I hope. Okay, and now I'm going to just lie it, as I said, not too close to the edge. Okay, just do make sure that you have it straight. So just going to make sure that I have in fact got it lined up here, and there we go. Now you can use any color envelopes you like. These are just the ones I had on hand, so you know, don't worry about that. So this is going to fold that way, and now I need another one to fold the other way, so probably going to do it like that. Okay, so that we've got a Z shape like that. Okay, so I'm going to do that one over there again. I do like making trifolds. You can do so many different things with them. I think it's endless really. There we go, and again just going to make sure that I've got that straight, and I do. Okay, there we go. So we've got that all lined up, and as I said, you're going to cover that up. There we've got our flap, just to tuck that to our page. So we might need to fold that the other way, but I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. If you were going to not wanting to attach this to a page, you could just seal that one closed. All right, so that would work as well. So we'll leave it there just in case. Worst case scenario, I can always trim it off. All right, so there we go. That's what I've got, and this will be the front. So what I'm going to do now is I've got everything. This is going to be the front, opening it like that, and I just want to trim the top here so that we've got a place for pockets. So I'm going to grab my ruler again, and of course you can use draw a line and use your scissors. I'm going to just use my probably better to do it a little bit at a time, so let's just start with one. So I'm going to just trim a very, very thin amount off the top, really thin, just to ensure that I've got an opening for my tags. So there we go. And then again the last one as well. So it's not much at all, it's really just a little sliver. Alright, so there, that's done. Okay, so we've got that all done. Now this one will be loose, that doesn't matter. All I'm going to do here is just to put on some glue, just to keep that, oops, down like that. And Abby, you want to say hello, Abby? Is that it? Alright, so just put those two down like that. She is giving me a funny look. She's playing with her toys right now. I must just remember to keep this in the correct position. So that's the upright position. And what I'm going to do is, because you know, that's just the kind of thing I will do, is get it stuck the wrong way. I'm going to just go like this. So I know that's upright. Just so that I don't go and stick something on the wrong way around, because that's where the openings are now. Alright, so if you're like me and you're not, you know, you think you might forget that, then just make sure that you've got that up in the right way. Alright, so there we go, that's the front. That last one, I just needed to get that down there. What I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to close this, because I'm going to make this one into a little knot attached to the journal. There we go. All right. Okay, so we've got that all sorted. Now we're going to start putting some papers onto the base of this, and I have tried to prepare as much as I possibly can. So let's just see that I've got this all right. I'm putting a backing sheet on. Now I'm using some papers from Calico Collage that I have in my scraps here. Odd pages that I was going through, trying to work away some of the pieces I have over. And Calico Collage have a beautiful kit called Spring Blush, which I absolutely adore. This is one of the pages that's like a backing page, and it's beautiful and subtle. And that's a great page for to layer up your toilet rolls with. So what I've done here is I've just stitched around all the pages already. You're only going to have, like if you look at this one here, little pieces sticking out. All right. But I still want to cover it, so I'm going to stick this onto the base of the front flap. Remember, this must be able to open there. All right, so I'm going to do that ever so quickly. So I'm just going to line that up. Hopefully I've got it right. Yep, that looks good. So that's what I'm putting on my very first one, like that. Now I'm going to open it up here. And what I was going to put in the middle there was the page from that beautiful kit, Spring Blush. Just love it. So just want to cut off a little thread here. Now you don't need to sew around the edges of the pictures. You know, that's really something that is personal for me. And of course, so don't worry about that. On this side here, because I'm putting a tag in, I'm just going to put a bit of glue down the edge here. And that's because I don't want this bit to stick down. I'm going to have a tag in there, so I don't want that bit to have a pile of glue all over it. Right, so where my thumb is the area where I need to be quite mindful of that. So we can now turn that over. And we can stick that down like that. And we just want to line that up properly like that. Okay. Okay, there we go. So we've got the middle one there. Then on the end, I'm going to put another piece on. So that's my middle piece. Just another little one over here. And again, another beautiful page. And I've printed these two to a page so that I can fit them on there. All right, so I do like how these have turned out. Beautiful pages. Now guys, the very next video I'll be doing this week is going to be on the recipe journal, I know I said that I would do it, and I said it would take me about a week or two, so we are up to speed with that. So if you've been waiting for that, that is the very next one I'm going to do. But I had to just make sure that I had all the other projects and fitted those in as well. So there we go, we've got that all done on that side. All right, so we can turn it over now, still keep that in the upright position. Right, now we're going to put on the bits for the other side. So I'm going to start in the middle. I've got another one of these pages, also like a backing page, but this one's blue, and I'm going to stick that right in the middle, just over there. So let's do that. So yeah, with regards to the recipe journal, I will be showing you how to do not the whole thing, because most of it you'll be able to just do on your own, but I will tackle the cover in my next video, and then we'll see how we go from there. If there are any other bits, just remember the last two videos I did on the pouch and on the folio, you need to make those up as well for your journal, because those go on the inside cover and that, but I will cover that when we get to that bit. All right. Right, so I've got that bit there. Now we've just got to stick our last two pages on. Put this page over here, just like this again. So I hope you're all excited. I'm quite excited to get that one done. I love this project as well. I do think this is a great gift to give to somebody when you don't have time to do a whole journal for people, do you? So this is a lovely idea. Lots of little elements in here that are quite exciting. So I hope that you do give this one a try. And it looks great in the journal to give it with a journal as well, because it's nice to get extra little goodies as well. Okay. Okay, so none of these are going into the fold line, as you can see, and that makes certain that we are able to fold this together really easily without being hampered by something in the fold line. So just when you're measuring your paper out, just be very mindful of that. Okay, now the last one I want to stick on over here is this piece here. So that one we are going to just stick on the end over there. I'm not sure how happy I am about that, really. I'd rather be doing this. Okay, so we've got our 3 bits on there. We've got our 3 bits on there. So what we're going to do now is show you what I'm going to do for some of these pages. Now for this one right in the middle here, I have taken some pages. So we've got some avocado, or this is parchment I think, tea stained, and various pages here. I've measured them to fit on this bit here. Then I've just taken a strip of paper, folded it in half, this bit here. So it's just a case of, let's see, it's a case of taking a piece of paper that's slightly wider, fold it in half like that, and put your pages in there. And then what I did was I just stitched straight across there. So there we go, we've put the pages in there, I've stitched straight across there like that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just stick that down right over there. So there are many ways to do different notepads. You can do a removable one as well, so that's up to you. I'm just trying to make this quick and easy today. So it's nice to have a little notepad, I think, and that fits just over there like that. Just making sure I've got it sort of lined up. Okay, and then we can just press that down. Okay, so all these papers come from Calico Collage Spring Blush. Now I'm going to just put on a little bit of lace just to cover that stitching as well. So I'm going to just measure that up quickly, and I'm going to just do that. And then I've got my Fabri-Tac here, and I'm going to just put a very thin film of that on over here. Now you can't go wrong with this for sticking down lace and fabric. It is my favorite. So I'm going to just line that up just over there like that, and hopefully that is straight there or thereabouts. All right, so that's really lovely. I've just put a little bit of a stamped image there, so that's all good to go. Right, now what we want to do is get to this page over here, and what I did here was, on the other one I cut this out as a window and used the tag as the backing. I've changed my tune here, and what I've done is I've taken a piece of wallpaper that I had. I've cut out this circle image here. I've sewn on 3 little buttons, really flat ones, tortoiseshell buttons. No, I think mother of pearl, that's it. And then I've just stitched around it to give it a bit of a frame. You don't have to be stitching around it, as you know. That's just a you know, personal decision. I'm just going to distress this just a little bit. Okay, and then what I've got is a little bit of this acetate, which I thought, okay, I'm going to actually put the glue straight on the acetate, just like that. And a little bit around the edge here, just a little bit away from the stitching, just because I don't want it to ooze out onto my little bit there. All right, so I've got that all done, and I'm going to end up sticking this down, but before I do that, I'm thinking I want the buttons at the bottom, and also I want to put a little butterfly in. So I've taken one of the butterflies that go with this from my kit, my butterfly kit, and you'll find a link in the description box below. Before I stick this down, I want to just place this there. So I'm going to do a little bit of a guessing game. I'm going to put the glue onto the butterfly first, like that. All right, I'm going to hold this where I want it, and then I'm going to, that's where I want it, so I'm happy with that. There we go. And now I'm going to stick that over there. All right, so that just saved me having to cut a hole right through the envelope. This is an easier method. So what you can do is, as well, you can take a glass, and I did it with this one. I took a glass. I did not use my die cut machine, just to show you that there are other options if you don't have the die cut machine. Took the bottom of the glass, drew a pencil circle around it, and I have then cut out that circle in that way. All right, so there are other ways that, oh, let's just cut that little, no, it just needs to be wiped off, not cut off. But there are other ways to make shapes, cut shapes out without having a die cut machine. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Right, let's just put a little bit more glue down here by the buttons. Okay. There we go. So that just gives us like a faux window there. Well, it is a window, but like that. Okay. So we've got all of that in place. I'm quite liking that there. I think that was just about everything there. We'll come back to any other decorating. So we can close that up like that, and you can see for yourself that that's really coming together perfectly. Yeah. Right, so that is the front again. That's the middle and the other side. So we've got that ready like that. Now, it is slightly bent there, but all we need to do is take our bone folder and run it across the seams in this position. Okay, and then what I usually do is use these clips overnight and put them on, and in the morning it's flat. All right, so that's what we've got there. Now what we're going to do is want to just decorate, to see where I am here. Okay, we haven't got much else to do. We want to do the decorating on the front here. So what I did was take these 3 toilet rolls. We want to cut one of them quite straight in half. All right, so I did cut my little piece of paper out already, just to make sure that I have it worked out. All right, so I'm going to just draw my pencil mark there. It's slightly more than half, but that's fine. I'm happy with that. And then where's my ruler? Here it is. Just cut this straight in half, just like that. Okay, now that would work as an amazing belly band. If you wanted to put that on a page and decorate that up, that would work as an awesome belly band. So we're going to just stick this on here like that. So I'm going to stitch around this, so I'm not going to be very liberal with the glue here. All right, so the stitching is not a necessity, as I keep saying, guys, but you know, it's up to you. All right, so we get that stuck down eventually, hopefully. All right, so here's the one. You can always put in a little thumb mark, a thumb tab thing there, by just doing it like this. So sorry, there we go, just like that. And then, as I always like to do, is I like to take the underneath of this, once you've cut this bit off, which is the decorated paper, just decorate that, glue it, and then just stick it, press this down, and then just stick that over that bit there that you've just chopped off. And now you don't have that horrible underside peeking through. All right, so I'm going to do that really quickly. These two I'm keeping the same size. So what I'm going to do here is I've got one of these images that I'm going to stick on there. Right, guys, what I'm going to do very quickly is just make a stitched line on the edges, and I'll be back with you in a moment. All right, okay, so you can see I've stitched around the edge there. I've just distressed. I've just put on a few scraps and a butterfly from my butterfly kit, so I've just put that on there just to give that a little bit of a focus. This I've kept as it is, stitched around those 3 sides there, and this one also. So we're going to lay these up now onto the front of our envelope, and I have just taken 2 of these little die cuts, and I will just show you the kit that these come from. It's one of the Tim Holtz die cut kits, and I'll put that in the description box for you. One of the Tim Holtz greenery die cut kits, and this is lovely. Teresa cut these out for me, and then I subsequently bought the die myself because it's just really useful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this one down first. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac to do that. So I'm going to take the back of the pocket, and I'm going to just put glue quite liberally over the back here, and then I'm going to stick that down at the top of our envelope. All right, so that's going to go right at the top there, like that. All right, so you don't want to go over the edge, but you want to just match it up with the paper there and the paper there, and then give that a little press. And while that is doing its thing, I'm going to take these 2 and I'm going to layer them on to the top here. Alright, so that one will go down at the bottom like that. Alright, so the great thing to do once you're finished with this is put it underneath some heavy books or something, and that's going to make it lie beautifully and flat. And it didn't lift. I mean, I've had that other one for over a year and it's kept its shape perfectly. Alright, so just put it under something really nice and heavy when you're finished. Okay, so we've got all of that done. I'm quite happy with that. Let's just take this glue out the way. I won't be using that again. Alright, so we'll come back to the tags there. Oops. These are beautiful pages. I didn't really want to do much other than put a few sentiments and things on here. So this is from one of the Good Book kit from Calico Collage. So I'm going to just put a couple of bits and pieces on here. Yeah, quite just like that. Let's just put it over there, I think. And really lovely bits here. Love that. And then I had a couple of butterflies. So I've got some of these. These are from my kit. And I just thought I'd add in a couple of those. So I just chose the sort of turquoisey one and the pink because there's turquoise and pink in here. So I'm just using these because they were perfect for this. So I'm just sticking that over there and just love it. Just love that. And then I thought I'd put a bit of a pink one on this side. Or maybe not. I think that's possibly enough there. I might put a sentiment on here. So I quite like cultivate because that's my word for the year. Love cultivate. Such a good positive word. Lots of building and developing and growth and blossom, just building on all those gorgeous things. So I'm going to stick that just over here. Now you can add lots of these sort of Tim Holtz pieces if you want. As you can decorate this as much as you want to, really. It's all up to you. So, you know, don't be afraid to do that. On this side, I have got three little flowers I'm going to just stick on over here. What happened to the... Oh, there, it's hiding. Come back. I'm going to just stick those right over here. So I've got a little cream one first, and then the darker one in the middle. These come from Hobbycraft. They aren't available on Amazon, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would put them on my Amazon list. I did look. But I'll try and remember to put the link for Hobbycraft. But I have found very similar things on Amazon if you want to have a look on my favorites list. So feel free to do that. Right, so we've got that over there. We've got a little notebook over here. And I thought we just needed another butterfly over there. So it's just a case of, do I want the pink or do I want the blue? And can you shout louder, please? Blue or pink? What do you think? We'll have that one. Oh, and I've got, let's have that. And I've got one of these just lying in my box. And I think this was also from a Calico Collage kit. Probably Grandma's Garden, if I'm right. But I might be wrong. But it's lying here in my little label box, so I thought I'm going to use it. Just like the colours, and I like the style. So I'm going to have that there, and I'm going to put that there. Okay. And I think then we're pretty much done with what I'm wanting to decorate. And I'm trying to keep this one flatter than before. Alright, so there we go. That's what I've got there, and I quite like that. Right now it's a case of that's how it goes, and now we can fill it with all the little bits of ephemera. So I've got it all here. Made a couple of tags using that backing paper and some of the flowers from this kit. So I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to put this one in here, and I've stuck some of my sentiments because I do love the words. So happiness, got to remember happiness, can't go wrong with that. And then on this one I've said beauty, because how gorgeous is that? Just love that. So that's going to go into this one here. And then this little one in the front, it says grace. Just love that, love this colour. All right, so that's going to go into this little pocket in the front here. So there we've got that over there. So all we need to do now is to take the big card, and again, guys, what I did was I did this, I printed the page two to page, they were minis. I folded those in half as I showed you before, and I've made a double-sided tag. This side is gorgeous to write on, and that side's just beautiful. Right, so the same here, one beautiful side and one side to write on. So that's just a case of taking the mini pages, folding them in half and putting a cereal box cardboard in the middle. So let's see, I'm going to put this one just over here like that, and then we'll put this one just over here in there. And there we have it. All right, how does that look? Beautiful, subtle, soft pastel tones, and I'm loving it. Love these aquas and these light pinks. Okay, everyone, so I hope, remember just to put this underneath a book so that you can keep it quite flat. You could decorate this even more if you wanted to. So I hope that you've enjoyed that and following along with me. This would make a wonderful little gift for somebody. You could do this in so many different styles and themes as well. And as I said, it can fit into your journal, probably better on the cover. But yeah, give it a go. It was fun to do. All right, everyone. So thank you so much for following me. I look forward to seeing what you think about this little project. It's just another one to go into our reference journal. Don't forget the next video that I'm going to do will be on the recipe journal cover so that you know how to put that together. All right, so grab yourself a file folder, or if you don't have a file folder, just some kind of cardstock so I can show you how to put it all together. And I'll see you in our very next video. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.